Okay. Oh, we got to turn the light on. Big glare on the glass. I got it. Who's being the cameraman? My wife made some. And welcome back to Trinity Baptist College as we are ready for Game 2 between the TBC Eagles and the Ave Maria University Gyrenes. Ave Maria brought their bats tonight and used them very well in Game 1, putting up 14 runs on the board and winning the game 14-1. Eagles got their run in the bottom of the 7th on a stolen base, an overthrow, and a bobbled ball in center field. And now we get our first home look on the live feed at Michael Cardenas, who's out there pitching for the TBC Eagles. It's the same defensive alignment for Trinity Baptist that we saw in game number 1. But Cardenas, the left-hander, he's taking the mound. He is a freshman from Jacksonville, Florida's First Coast Christian School, which is just a few miles down Blanding Boulevard. Daniel Kaler will lead things off in game number 2, just like he did in game 1. And the lefty is ready to deliver his first pitch. Cardenas 2 for 4. The run scored an RBI in game 1, and he chops the first pitch and has a chance to beat it out. But the ball is bobbled. Would have been a close play, but that's going to be an error on the pitcher, Cardenas. Not the way the Eagles want to start things off. Cardenas would have had a play at first. It would have been close. But that's going to be an error on the pitcher. Cardenas is making his 3rd appearance, 2nd start. He has yet to allow a run in 5 innings pitched. Just 2 hits. He has walked 2 and struck out 6. Kaler, very good speed at first with the lefty on the mound. He headed back toward first, and that was a vicious line drive off the bat of Kelly. So no balls and a strike. Another big lead off first by Kaler, and Cardenas delivers and misses. No, a little late call, but he got the call at the top of the zone. David Leonardi on deck. Runner at first, nobody out. And Cardenas gets a good look at the runner, then throws over to first. Might have tipped that one that he was going over with the high lead kick. A leadoff ground ball error right back to the pitcher. No balls and 2 strikes. Runners going. That one is driven down a right field line, but it is slicing foul. Would have certainly scored the run. A break for the Eagles. So Kaler will head on back to first. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. Check that, no balls, 2 strikes. And again, Cardenas throws over to first. Will Van Sickle is playing first base. He was the starting pitcher in game number 1. Joseph Labus played first during that ball game, and Van Sickle back at the corner bag. Kaler was running on the last pitch, not this time, and that one is outside. That is ball 1. almost the same exact lineup for the Gyrenes in game number 2. Kaler, Kelly, Leonardi, Gonzalez, Barberi, and Shahidi, the first 6. There's a ground ball into the vacated hole on the hit and run with 2 strikes. Worked to perfection, and the Gyrenes have runners at the corners. Kaler was off on the pitch, and Kelly delivered. First baseman David Leonardi at the plate. Game number 1, he had no hits and 3 at-bats, but he did walk once and scored one of the runs. So Cardenas in a jam already. First and third, and nobody out. Cardenas has a very good look at the runner at first. That's Kelly, who just singled on the hit and run, and the first pitch, that worked for the Gyrenes. No balls and a strike, and a fastball down low. Andrew Hickey is catching Cardenas here in game number 2. He's a freshman from Mandarin High School right here in Jacksonville. Cardenas from the stretch delivers and gets a strike called. That's strike 2 on Leonardi. Bottom third of the batting order for the Gyrenes, same as in game 1. Cole Raspberry, Jimmy Coffey, and Axel Melendez. The only change is the starting pitcher, Ryan Schroeder, and we'll tell you what he's done this season when he takes the mound in the bottom half of the inning. David Leonardi, swing and a miss, chased one in the dirt, helped out the pitcher, and a very well-needed strikeout for Cardenas. So 1 out with the runners at the corners. Jose Gonzalez at the plate. He had a 2-run homer in the first inning of game 1. He was 2 for 3 overall, and he scored 3 times. Also drew a walk. Double play would get Cardenas out of the inning. And the pitch. There's a strike on the outer half of the plate. Cardenas did his high school pitching at First Coast Christian School, right here on the west side. Trying to work out of a jam. He got 1 out on the strikeout. Now the pitch, and a breaking ball misses upstairs. One ball, 1 strike. Hopefully we won't have any computer malfunctions like happened in game number 1. We appreciate everybody for coming back and joining us. Runners on the move, and the throw will not be made. That's going to be a stolen base for Kelly. He got a terrific jump. Would have been a very difficult play for Hickey. Pitch was high. 2 balls and a strike. Eagles are playing in on the grass with runners at second and third and 1 out, and Gonzalez fouls this one off and over the Gyrenes dugout and way out of play. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Francesco Barberi on deck, followed by Tynan Shahidi. Eagles again playing tight on the grass, and the pitch, a high pop fly. That's going to stay on the infield. Huang will make the catch and ended up with a snow cone, but he held on for the out. 2 outs, and now Cardenas has a chance to get out of the inning without a run if he can get Barberi. Francisco Barberi didn't have a hit in game number 1, but he did draw a walk and ended up scoring twice. I believe he also reached on an error, if I remember correctly. So Cardenas trying to work out of a jam. He had first and third with nobody out. Now second and third with 2 outs. And the pitch is low and gets away from Hickey, and the first run will score. That run is unearned because Kaler reached on the error. Kelly also advances into third. There are 2 outs. 1 ball, no strikes now on Barbieri. Chance to get out of the inning, but he uncorked a wild pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. Tanner Kelly singled his way aboard. Didn't hit it hard, but placed it perfectly on the hit and run through the vacated hole on the right side. And another one almost got away from Hickey, but a good scoop. And he kept the runner at third. That's ball 2. Again, for those who missed the announcement in the first game earlier today, hopefully they'll get to play game 2. The forecast calls for heavy rain tomorrow. Tell you more in a moment. Cardenas delivers, and there's a high drive into left field. Coffrin tracks this one down and makes the catch. Great running play by Sammy Coffrin in left field, and that ends the inning. An unearned run after a half inning of play. Ave Maria leads 1-0. We were saying that we will not stream tomorrow afternoon's baseball game because we are in the gym for TBC Eagles men's and women's basketball against South Region rival Bob Jones University. And we'll begin that ball game at 2 p.m. for the women and 4 p.m. for the men. So we are streaming basketball tomorrow afternoon at 2. So Eagles fans, join us right here on TBC Eagles, and you'll be able to catch some exciting South Region basketball as the Eagles look to get another conference win. Eagles softball is just now getting underway. No word yet, but we'll get an opportunity. We'll try to check on that ball game as well. Meanwhile, taking the mound for the bottom half of the first inning, Ryan Schroeder. Tell you a little bit more about Schroeder in just a moment. Got to make sure everything is in order. We don't want another mishap technology-wise. Schroeder, right-handed pitcher from Jacksonville, Florida. Transfer from Pensacola State. And the right-hander on the mound for the Gyrenes. So far, he has no wins, 1 loss. This is his 4th appearance and 3rd start. He has pitched a total of 7 innings, allowing 10 hits, 14 runs, 13 of those earned. He has walked 6 and struck out 13. So those 13 strikeouts coming in just 7 innings, but he's had a little bit of control problem, and he's given up some base hits, 1 home run as well. So let's see if the Eagles can start a rally here in the bottom half of the first. Parker Laffrey, the center fielder, Sammy Coffrin in left, Josh Wharton at third, Will Van Sickle at first, E.J. Alvarez in right, Colby Kennedy, the shortstop, Andrew Hickey behind the plate, Stephen Hart playing second base, batting 8th, and Brandon Huang rounds out the batting order. He will hit 9th. Jimmy Coffey at third base, Tanner Kelly, the shortstop, Daniel Kaler, the second baseman, and David Leonardi playing first. In left field, Francisco Barbieri, center fielder Cole Raspberry. And in right, Tynan Shahidi. Axel Melendez doing the catching in both ball games, at least to start things off. And he's a battery mate of Ryan Schroeder. Parker Laffrey leads things off. Nothing out of 3 in game number 1. The Eagles had just 2 hits. So our first look at Ryan Schroeder, a Jacksonville product. Now pitching for the NAIA Sun Conference, Ave Maria University Gyrenes. And Schroeder will work from the stretch, and his first pitch, fastball, misses up and in and almost caught the batter. Eagles trying to come away with a split after losing game number 1. Gyrenes a chance to sweep. And a pitch from Schroeder, hit well towards right. But unfortunately, that is right at Shahidi. One of the best balls the Eagles have hit so far today. That goes as an L9 in the book. Lafferty took a good hack, hit the ball hard. Shahidi, though, took about 3 steps and made the catch with ease. Sammy Coffrin had one of the 2 hits. That was a first inning double in game 1. Josh Wharton had the other base hit, a chopper right over the second base bag. Wharton is on deck. And Schroeder from the stretch delivers his first pitch. There's a ground ball, another sharply hit ball, but right at the second baseman. The throw is off the bag, and Coffrin is safe. That's going to be an error on the second baseman. Kaler, he pulls Leonardi off the bag. Eagles catch a break. They have a runner at first with 1 out. Josh Wharton had a base hit on that chopper up the middle we told you about a moment ago. That came in game number 1. Eagles trying to start a rally. They have the potential tying run aboard. Let's see if Wharton can at least advance the runner. If not, put him at third. That's a bouncer. Could be 2, but instead the throw will go to first in time. Good recognition by Tanner Kelly. Well, Coffrin does advance to second, and there are 2 outs. Throughout game 1, I had thought that Gonzalez was a shortstop. That was Tanner Kelly showing off that arm that we saw a few times, and he made some really good plays and some good, hard, strong throws. Will Van Sickle at the plate. 0 for 2 with a walk in game number 1. Schroeder checks the runner at second and delivers a fastball low to the senior Will Van Sickle, Jacksonville product from Paxson High School. He and his brother Ben. And it was Ben who got a win over Thomas in game number 2 Tuesday afternoon. The Eagles swept that doubleheader against Thomas University. And a breaking ball dips a little low, and Van Sickle's ahead 2 balls, no strikes. Will got himself a save in that doubleheader. I forget which game offhand, but he did notch a save. Eagles came back from a 7-2 deficit to win that game 9-7. 2 balls, no strikes to Van Sickle. Schroeder checks the runner, now delivers, and misses inside for ball 3. So good eye at the plate by Van Sickle. He can keep the inning alive. Alvarez will have a chance next. Van Sickle getting some encouragement from his teammates in the dugout. 3 balls, no strikes, and he's taking that one all the way, and it misses outside, not by much. Eagles have 2 men aboard. So E.J. Alvarez has a chance to drive in at least 1. He has some good power at the plate also. E.J. moving up in the order. Hit a little lower in game number 1. Had a tough day at the plate. 0 for 3 with a couple of punch-outs, and he takes strike 1. These players, though, they shake off tough outings. They get ready for their next at-bat, their next game. Defense is playing back with 2 outs. No balls and a strike to Alvarez. Schroeder delivers. There's a chopper foul toward the Eagles' dugout. So Alvarez in a hole quickly, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Kentucky Christian scored 2 runs in the top of the first. That ball game just underway on the softball field. That pitch misses outside. That's ball 1. That last update, Kentucky Christian was still batting in the top of the first, leading 2-0. One ball, 2 strikes to Alvarez. He has a lot of room on the ground on the right side. And the pitch, that one bounces, but is blocked by Melendez. That evens a count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Schroeder, nothing else, has thrown a good number of pitches. 4 batters and in the middle of his 5th. And the pitch. That one's off the fist. It's going to be a close play at first. Schroeder does his job and covers, and the Gyrenes get the out. That will be 3-1 on the putout. Well, the Eagles get 2 base runners, but no runs, and after 1, it's 1-0 Ave Maria. Ave Maria got an unearned run in the top of the first after winning game 1. The Gyrenes are now 7-3 on the season. And after they finish here at Trinity Baptist, Ave Maria will be home against Warner University, a 2 p.m. start time single game on Tuesday the 14th. Then they're going to have a tough one in Lakeland at number 1 NAIA team, Southeastern University. That'll be on Tuesday, February 21st, and then a home doubleheader against Massachusetts Maritime at Ave Maria. After this series with the Gyrenes, Trinity Baptist will have a week off before they play again down south in the Miami area at Atlantis, February 17th, a doubleheader starting at 11 a.m. on Friday the 17th, and a single ball game at 11 a.m. on Saturday the 18th. And then the annual Russ Matt tournament will take place in Lake Myrtle, Florida, in the Orlando area. Trinity Baptist will play 2 against Florida Palms, 1 against Mount Vernon Nazarene, and 2 against Cornerstone. TBCEagles.com for Trinity Baptist College, AveMariaGyrenes.com for the information about AVU athletics. Michael Cardenas, an unearned run allowed in the first. And the first pitch misses for ball 1 to Tynan Shahidi, the right fielder. Shahidi was 1 for 4, but he scored twice in game number 1. Cardenas with the pitch. There's a chopper up the middle, fielded nicely, and the throw to first in time. Stephen Hart makes a really nifty play and gets a speedy, hustling Shahidi. From up here on top of the third base dugout, that ball looked like it was ticketed for center field, but Stephen Hart, a terrific play, had to do a little pump fake to make sure he held on to the ball and then made a terrific throw. So 1 out. Cole Raspberry, the center fielder, at the plate. First pitch, breaking ball, misses high. Raspberry had a hit in 2 trips to the plate, also drew a walk, scored 2 runs, and drove 1 in. That was game 1. And Cardenas delivers. Batter started to flinch, but held up in time. And Cardenas delivers and gets a fastball right down the middle. 2 balls and a strike. Asbury, the center fielder. And the windup and the pitch. And that one just below the knees. Asbury came in hitting .206, but an OPS of 702. 3 balls and a strike. And that one just off the outside corner. That's ball 4. First walk allowed by Cardenas. Brings up Jimmy Coffey, the third baseman. He came in hitting .440. 1 for 2 in game one, drove in a pair of runs, also drew a walk. Runner at first, one man out. Really nice play by Hart at second base. And the first pitch fastball. Cardenas took a little something off that one and got the outside corner. Raspberry, not a tremendous lead off first. And the pitch, he was actually leaning back toward the bag with the lefty on the mound, and that one lined foul over the fence. Raspberry is 1 for 2 in stolen base attempts. Long look by the lefty. Now the pitch. And that one must have missed outside. Tough to tell on the close pitches from up here. Double play depth up the middle. So Hart shading the hitter toward the bag. A lot of room. Runners going. The pitch is taken for a strike, and Hickey could not hold on. That will be a stolen base for Raspberry. Would have been a tough play because a breaking ball and a speedy runner.
Now batting, number 11, Melendez.
That was strike 3 called, and there are 2 outs. So the stolen base, but the second out of the inning. Second strikeout for Cardenas. Axel Melendez had himself a pretty nice game number 1, 2 for 3. Drove in 3 runs, takes the first pitch low and inside. Melendez came in batting just .188 with 1 ribby. He now has 4 RBIs. 1 ball, no strikes. And a pitch. Fastball misses outside. Melendez not afraid to take pitches and get behind in the count. His couple of hits, he was behind. I believe he had 2 strikes each time he got a base hit. Cardenas with the pitch, swing and a miss. Melendez doubled and scored a run in the second. He had a 2-run double in the fourth and a sacrifice fly in the sixth to account for his 3 RBIs and runs scored. Chance for him to drive in a run. 1-0 Gyrenes. Cardenas delivers. Good fastball right by the hitter. 2 strikes on Melendez, but like we said a moment ago, he's not afraid to hit the bat. Swing that bat with 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes. And that one just missed the outside corner. Hickey started to stand up as if he was about to track back toward the dugout. Count is full. On look by Cardenas. Now the pitch, breaking ball, no, a little bit high. And there are 2 on. That's a second walk of the inning and overall. And it brings up Daniel Kaler. Raspberry holds at second. And as we saw throughout game number 1, a courtesy runner for the catcher. We'll see if it's the same man who ran for him twice in game number 1. I can't quite tell right now who that is. Kaler is at the plate. He reached on an error and scored the run in the first inning. He led off the ball game with a tapper right back to the pitcher. First ball swinging. 2 on, 2 out. Cardenas delivers. Good fastball. First base. 16, thanks. No balls and a strike. It is Eric Havner running at first base. Cardenas, very deliberate. And delivers one that called a ball. Cardenas getting encouragement from his teammates in the dugout. Another close pitch. That one did not go his way. A lot of room on the ground on the right side. And the 2-0. And a breaking ball in the zone. Well, that's strike two, rather. It was a swinging strike on the first pitch. So 2 strikes on the batter, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runners are on the move, and strike 3 is called. Taylor unhappy with the call, but Cardenas gets his second strikeout of the inning to go along with a pair of walks. Gyrenes leave 2. We go to the bottom of the second. It's 1-0 Gyrenes. Bottom of the second coming up, 1-0 Gyrenes, and batters 6, 7, and 8 in the order due up for Trinity Baptist. Colby Kennedy, Andrew Hickey, Stephen Hart. A terrific pitch by Michael Cardenas got him out of that jam. He walked 2 in the inning, but he also got 2 called third strikes. The only run he has allowed is unearned. He has allowed just 1 hit. Ryan Schroeder walked 1 man in the first. Another man reached on an error, but no runs. So Schroeder gets ready for his second inning. And Colby Kennedy is the first man he'll face. The Eagles shortstop, Kennedy. He was 0 for 1 in game number 1, and then gave way to Daniel Marinacci. So updated, 133 on the season. And a high fastball. Almost got the batter's bill of his helmet. And 1 ball, no strikes. And the 1-0 and a pitch. There's a well-struck ball towards left field, but unfortunately that had some top spin to it. And Barbieri was able to track it down. The Eagles have hit the ball hard a few times already. So far, nothing to show for it. That ball had some top spin and took a vertical turn right as the left fielder, Francesco Barbieri, got to it. Drew Hickey is 0 out of 2 so far on the season. His name is Andrew, but he goes by Drew. Doing the catching here in game number 2. Did not make an appearance in the opener. And a pitch from Schroeder is a breaking ball, low and inside. Hickey, one of a few Mandarin High School products on this roster. One ball, no strikes, and the pitch swung and missed. Coach Collin, do you know if Drew is related to Nathan Hickey, the Providence Stallion graduate who's now in the Boston Red Sox organization?
Yes, he is.
They are related, says Coach Collin. Brothers, cousins?
Brothers.
They are brothers. I noticed a big family resemblance, so I just had to make sure, and I asked about that. And that's a ball, and it's 2 balls and a strike. I got to know Nathan a little bit. I interviewed him on a radio broadcast once, and we had a preseason opener when Coach Gil Morales was here at Trinity Christian. He's a very nice young man. He's a terrific catcher and baseball player. There's a chopper. That's going to hug the line. It's going to be fair to throw to first. Not in time. Hickey beats out the infield single, hits the dirt, but gets right back up. He did not make a turn towards second, but you can't fault Leonardi for putting on the tag, and that's a base hit for Hickey, his first college single. That is the first hit for Trinity Baptist, and Hickey will come out for a courtesy runner, Gabriel LeBron. We saw LeBron run a couple of times for Ryan Onkst, also from Mandarin High School. Onkst drew a couple of walks in game 1, so we got a couple of looks at Gabriel LeBron. He's at first now with Stephen Hart at the plate. 111 on the season, 1 for 9. He has also drawn a walk. And a pitch, swing and a miss. Hart chased one in the dirt. Of course, TBC Eagle Joseph Lavis, the younger brother of LSU Tiger A.J. Labus, who has been drafted into the minor leagues as well. I believe that was the Minnesota Twins.
Yep, that is correct, right?
1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch. Of course, both Joseph and A.J. played their high school ball right here on this field for Trinity Christian Academy. I did a lot of their games in high school.
AJ was very helpful with trying to help Joseph get back into form after having back surgery early last season.
And Joseph back and got a start in game number 1 at first base. Runners on the move. The pitch is high. The throw down is right on target. A bullet of a throw. And LeBron is tagged out. That's going to be a caught stealing, 2-6. And 2 outs now with the bases empty. That was an absolutely perfect throw from Axel Melendez. So Stephen Hart now at the plate with the bases empty and 2 men out. And Schroeder, after giving up the infield single, now a chance to work his way out of the inning, facing the minimum, and he gets a strike on the inside corner. Coach Cullen up here doing the PA announcing for the crowd. Thanks for the information. And Hart at the dish. Schroeder on the rubber and delivers, and this one is in the dirt. Well, the inning started off with a vicious line drive in left caught, then an infield single, and then a caught stealing. And now Hart trying to keep the inning alive. Brandon Huang on deck. And the pitch. Strike 3 call, no argument from Hart. He walks back to the dugout. Eagles get a 1-out single, but then the minimum 3 batters, and after 2, it's 1-0 Gyrenes. Michael Cardenas gets ready for his third inning of work. He allowed an unearned run in the first, was in a two-out jam in the second, got a called strike 3 to end that threat, and now he will face 2, 3, and 4 in the batting order. Tanner Kelly, David Leonardo, and Jose Gonzalez. So Cardenas finishing up his warm-up tosses. And now he's getting ready to face Tanner Kelly. Kentucky Christian leads TBC 3-0 as the Eagles are batting in the bottom of the second. That's on the softball field. Eagles softball had a great opening with a doubleheader sweep over Payne College, then lost 2 to Thomas. So they enter today's play at 2-2. Tanner Kelly at the plate, a ground ball to third, and Wharton could not handle it, and that's going to be an error on the third baseman. Second time today, the first pitch was grounded, and the fielder could not come up with it cleanly. So David Leonardi at the plate. He went down on strikes his first time up. This is not a team you want to give extra outs to. Game number 1, they scored 14 runs on 11 hits. They also drew 7 walks. Throw over to first, just a soft toss, and I know you're over there, look. Leonardi, the number 3 hitter in the batting order, came in hitting .378 when we started play today. Already 4 home runs and 10 runs driven in. Big lead off first. Runners going. Pitches outside. To throw down is on target, but just a little bit late. It kind of short-hopped Hart at second base and a stolen base. And for Tanner Kelly, that is his 5th stolen base of the season in as many attempts. Now runner at second with nobody out. And the pitch. Misses low for ball 2. Two balls, no strikes. Bo Sox 23 cheering on the TBC Eagles as Cardenas hits the corner for strike 1. Jose Gonzalez on deck, followed by Barberi and Shahidi. Leadoff error has a runner at second and a line drive into left. That is right at Coffrin. That ball started a nosedive on him, but he stayed with it and made the catch. That ball's hit awfully hard. 1 out. Nice defensive play by Coffrin. He had to battle the lights as well. He was looking up almost directly into those lights. That is not easy to do. Jose Gonzalez at the plate, popped up to the shortstop his first time up. He came into today's play hitting .323 with a couple of home runs. He got a third one in game number 1. One out with the runner at second, and the pitch. And a breaking ball for a strike. No balls and a strike. Cardenas turns, throws a second. Kind of a little awkward move. He turned around and almost lost his balance. He was fortunate that ball didn't go into center field.
He's got to be careful of that, Ray. They might call that a balk, too.
And Cardenas with the pitch, and a high fastball misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hey, you don't want to give this team any extra bases.
Absolutely not. They've been swinging the bat great all night.
1 ball, 1 strike. And Cardenas delivers, and a ground ball towards short. That's dropped, but picked up, and the throw to first is in time. Excellent recovery by Colby Kennedy. Kelly does advance to third. They would not have had a chance at him anyway. And he out-recorded at first. That's out number 2. And Cardenas, again, a chance to get out of the inning without a run scoring. He was in that situation in the first. Then a wild pitch allowed Daniel Kaler to score the only run of the ball game to this point. Here's Francisco Barberi. Nothing out of 1. Lined out to left his first time. And a first pitch and a fastball in the outside corner. Softball game is now in the third with Kentucky Christian leading 3-0, and they got all their runs in the top of the first. Cardenas from the stretch with the runner at third, time called. Everybody's ready. Cardenas, high leg kick and the pitch, a ground ball to second. That's going to be a tough play. To throw to first, not in time. The run scores. And the Gyrenes lead 2-0. That is a base hit for Barberi. Kelly, who reached on the error, scores another unearned run. Both runs unearned. Both happen as results of first pitch errors. So Tynan Shahidi at the plate. He grounded to second his first time up. So Cardenas has done his job, but he did commit one of those errors. That one fouled off. No balls and a strike to Shahidi. Shahidi came in at .333 on the season. It's 1 for 4 in game number 1. A soft toss over to first. Well, twice Cardenas has had a chance to get out of the inning unscathed, but both times that runner scored. And a pitch. He has a man. Runner got back in time. Even if Van Sickle had held on, he would have been safe. Good move by pitcher Michael Cardenas. Barberi wasn't that far off the bag, and a breaking ball misses up and away. Well, the forecast called for a whole lot of rain today. We had just a little bit, about an hour or so before game 1, and then maybe a couple minutes worth somewhere in the middle of that game, but nothing else since then. A good fastball by Cardenas. Stays like this, we'll be able to play that ball game tomorrow. That's going to be a single 9-inning game starting at 12 noon. Again, we will not be streaming in case you've missed that announcement. We have conference basketball in the gym. Cardenas instead goes to first. That time he hid his move a little bit better.
He's definitely checking him up, Ray.
Well, there have been a couple of times he's lifted that leg kick and given away that he was thrown to first. That time, much better. And the pitch. And that one is fouled off. Of course, a freshman. A lot to learn at the college level. Playing against these NAIA teams. This is the best NAIA conference in the entire country.
A freshman is able to go toe-to-toe with them right now and only allow 2 runs within the first 3 innings is really something to say about the tenacity of this team right now.
And those are 2 unearned runs you're talking about.
Yes.
That pitch misses. He's going to have to do some work, though, because all up and down this Gyrenes batting order, they have guys who swing the bat well.
Yes, they do.
Cardenas delivers. That one bounces and hits the batter, and that will put runners at first and second. There are 2 outs. First man that he has hit. Gyrenes now threatening. Two on, 2 out. Number 7 man, Cole Raspberry at the plate. He walked and stole a base in the second, but did not score. And the first pitch is a breaking ball inside to the left-handed hitter. The Gyrenes are making Cardenas work this inning. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch, a little slide step action, and he missed low and outside. Two balls, no strikes. Cardenas takes a long look. Van Sickle not holding the runner at first, and that breaking ball catches the plate. Raspberry did not want that pitch ahead in the count. He's looking for a fastball that he can drive. So he takes it, 2 balls and a strike. And the pitch. And another breaking ball, but this one is outside. Cardenas falls behind 3-1. And the pitch on the way. Misses outside, and the bases are loaded. Walk number 3 issued by Cardenas. Barberi to third. Shahidi to second. Raspberry aboard at first. 2 outs, and we're going to pause as Coach Copeland is heading out to the mound. Ave Maria 2, Trinity Baptist nothing. We'll be back. Merrick Ask, a junior from Brooksville, Florida, takes over for Michael Cardenas, inheriting the bases loaded, but he does have 2 outs, and he will face Jimmy Coffey, the Gyrenes' third baseman. Cardenas got Coffey on a called third strike in the second, and Merrick is being asked to get out of a jam. I know I've said that before, but I just can't resist. On the season, this is appearance number 4 for Ask. He has yet to allow a run. He has allowed just 1 hit in 2 1/3 innings with no walks and a strikeout. And again, he is inheriting the bases loaded with 2 outs. The runners are Barberi at third, Shahidi at second, Raspberry at first. A single, then a hit batsman, then a walk. After there were 2 outs, 1 unearned run is in. Any runs that score will also be considered unearned. Hopefully, we don't have to worry about that. Coffey at the plate. The first pitch from Ask is a fastball at the top of the zone for a strike. Coffey looked like he was taking that one just to see what the new pitcher has. Outfield pretty much straight away, medium depth. Infield has a force out anywhere they want to go. And the 0-1 breaking ball misses high. Kentucky Christian has added a 2-run triple and now leads Trinity 5-0 in the third. They're also waiting to see if the weather will allow them to play tomorrow. The forecast said we should be in a lot of rain in about an hour. And a pitch, swing and a miss, and the ball knocked down by Hickey, and he might have gotten a little help from the umpire. That ball hit both catcher and umpire. At least that's what it looked like from up here. And Ask is 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Colin, if I'm Merrick out there, I'm slowing this one down even more. You had that hitter jumping out of his shoes at that changeup.
I couldn't agree with you more, Ray.
A ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Strike 3 called. Well, it wasn't the pitch I called, but it worked. A fastball in the outside corner. And Merrick Ask does his job. He gets the strikeout and leaves the bases loaded. An unearned run. 1 hit and 3 men left. Bottom of the second, or check that, third. Eagles coming to bat trailing 2-0. Bottom of the third coming up for the Eagles. 9, 1, and 2 in the batting order. That's Huang, Lafferty, and Coffrin. We were talking just a moment ago before we came back about that last pitch by Merrick Ask. After 2 consecutive off-speed pitches, snuck that fastball by the hitter.
Yeah, Merrick definitely decided to go fast, and it definitely paid off for him in the end. The batter didn't even expect it, and he was on his toes the entire time. Great pitch by Merrick.
And that left the bases loaded, and now the Eagles, let's see if they can carry some of that momentum from that last pitch into this at-bat as Brandon Huang starts things off. Huang, nothing out of 2 in game number 1, trying to start a rally, his first at-bat of the nightcap. He is facing Ryan Schroeder, who has pitched 2 innings and allowed just 1 hit. He hasn't walked. Yes, he did. He walked 1 man and he struck out 1 man. So Huang, the number 9 hitter, again trying to start a rally. Eagles trail 2-0, both runs unearned, but I say this every time, they count just as much. So let's see if Huang can get himself on base to start the inning. And the first pitch is a breaking ball and a good one for a strike. Outfield is giving Huang both lines. If he can get the ball past the corner infielders, that would definitely be extra bases. And the 0-1 on the way, and a fastball taken for strike 2. 2 really good pitches by Schroeder to start this at-bat. No balls, 2 strikes. Huang in a hole. And here is the pitch, and a looper towards left, but that's going to hang up and be caught by Barberi for the first out. Colin, the Eagles have hit the ball pretty well, but they keep hitting right at somebody.
Yeah, pull out their swings, be more patient in the box, and they should be fine.
So, brings up the top of the order, Parker Lafferty. Trying to start a rally here in the bottom of the third. Lafferty at the plate, Schroeder on the mound. Bases empty, one out, and the pitch. There's a line drive in the left, and something finally found the grass. Eagles have hit the ball hard all 3 innings and 1 base hit. Second hit overall for TBC, and Lafferty hit that ball right on the screws. Sammy Coffrin reached on an error his first time up. Hit a roller towards second, and a throw pulled and got to second base, but no further. So some good swings finally results in a solid single. The only other hit was a high chopper beat out by Andrew Hickey. Good lead off first. That's Lafferty, and a throw to first, and he is back in time. I remember my high school coach saying, if you don't have to dive back, you're not far enough off the bag. Harper Lafferty has not attempted a stolen base yet this season. And the pitch, and a good fastball for a strike. A looper in the left caught, and then a solid single in the left for a hit. Sammy Coffrin batting with a runner at first, 1 man out. Coffrin, one of our seniors. He's also from Paxson High School right here in Jacksonville. And a throw over to first, and a runner's back in plenty of time. Sammy Coffrin, Will Van Sickle, Ben Van Sickle, all Paxson products. Glad to see that they played all 4 of their years here at Trinity Baptist College. And a throw to first. That one's in the dirt and gets away. Lafferty stumbled, but he's on his feet. He's looking towards third, but he will be content to stop right there at second. That will be an error on the pitcher, putting Lafferty into scoring position. Eagles sensing a little bit of momentum. Remember, they had that big rally Tuesday against Thomas. Came from behind, 5 runs to win it. Had a 6-run 4th inning. Now, game 1 was all Gyrenes. Eagles trying to come back from a 2-run deficit. They have a potential run number 1 in scoring position. Schroeder from the stretch, checks the runner at second, and delivers. There's a high chopper, will at least advance the runner. The throw to first is in time. Tanner Kelly, like he did all through game 1, showing off the arm. Lafferty at third, and Josh Wharton coming to the plate. He grounded to short his first time up. Chance to drive in a run. Wharton has driven in a couple of runs this season. And the first pitch is in the dirt. Really, this is the first good scoring opportunity for TBC all afternoon. Their run in game number 1 came on a stolen base, an overthrow, and then a missed ball on the backup end in center field. And the pitch. High fly ball, well hit towards left, but it's going to stay in play and be caught right at the warning track. Francisco Barbieri puts it away, and that ends the inning. Wharton gave it a ride, but again, another well-hit ball finds somebody's glove. Well, the base hit, and a runner gets to third, but nothing else for the Eagles, and after 3, it's 2-0 Gyrenes. Well, Merrick Ask did the job he was sent to the mound to do. He got a huge strikeout with the bases loaded and 2 outs, and now a new pitcher for the Eagles making his college debut, Darren Goki Jr., who hails from Bonita Springs, Florida, and the freshman left-hander takes the mound. He will face 9-1-2 in the batting order. Axel Melendez will lead things off, followed by Daniel Kaler and Tanner Kelly. 2 unearned runs for the Gyrenes, 1 in the first, 1 in the third. Both batters who scored were the leadoff hitters and reached on bobbled infield rollers, and they ended up scoring a run. The Gyrenes took advantage of the extra opportunity both times. So it'll be up to Goki. Keep the Gyrenes off the base paths and off the scoreboard here in the top of the 4th. The Eagles have really hit the ball well. That one by Wharton looked like it had a chance. It was caught just in front of the warning track in left field. And there have been a couple of very hard-hit line drives caught in left as well. So Barberi's been a busy man out there. Axel Melendez has caught both ends of this doubleheader, and he's played very well and isn't showing any signs of fatigue. He drew a walk his first time up, ran the count full before getting ball 4. Leading off the top of the 4th, and Goki's first college pitch is a bunt right back to the pitcher. He'll turn, throw to first. Close play, but in time. So the bunt attempt, testing out the freshman, and he makes the play. Melendez hustling. That was a close play at first. But there's 1 out for the second baseman, Daniel Kaler. Top of the order. Reached on an error, scored a run in the first, called out on strikes in the second. So Goki, 1 pitch, 1 out. And his first pitch to the leadoff man is low for ball 1. Well, Goki has that first batter under his belt successfully. So hopefully if he had any butterflies, those have flown away. 1 ball, no strikes. Kaler digs in. Goki delivers. Swing and a miss and a good fastball. Kaler was trying to hit that one into the woods. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's 360 to the alley, and those woods are about 25 to 30 feet away. There's a road back there wide enough for a 2-lane road. That's a shot. You hit that one in the woods. We've seen it happen a few times here, though. We've seen high schoolers hit that woods. And a pitch. And this one is low. 2 balls and a strike. This is a major league size field. In fact, it's bigger than many major league ballparks. And I've seen junior high hit ball out of this field. 2 balls and a strike. My high school I played on, Clay High, 350 to center. I never in my life hit a home run, little league, high school, or whatever.
Well, it really says a lot about the development over the past few years since you and I have played, Ray. And these kids are hitting it farther, they're hitting it longer. Pitching-wise, they're able to go longer in the innings as well. And it's just really all around just better baseball that you see with these kids.
Goki ready with the pitch. And he gets a strike at the top of the zone. Good pitch, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Closest I came was down in Keystone Heights. The fence was only about 3.5 feet high. Right fielder reached over and robbed me. I was not happy about that. I hit a few foul. I hit the fence a lot, but never could get one over. There's a ground ball foul to the right side. I guess it just wasn't meant to be.
I mean, you could still try later on, Ray. We'll take you to the batting cages later on this week.
I'm 53. I don't think it's going to happen now.
I think you could do it, Ray.
Maybe on the softball field. It's only 2. Actually, that's a high school softball field, so it's only 200 feet. And the pitch is in the dirt. Left-handed batter. I remember hitting one at Interlochen where it was about 340, and I hit the fence 3 times in one game. Then we went to McClenny, just 275 down the line, and I hit the 275 sign, so I just couldn't get one over. That was a long time ago, man. More than almost 40 years ago. Man, I'm old. Here's Goki, a young man, delivering and missing with ball 4, and I'm running my mouth, losing track of the count. That's ball 4, though, and Kaler had a great at-bat. Fell behind, fouled off a couple of pitches, and worked the walk. So Goki got the first man he faced and then walks Kaler, who has very good speed, and Kaler has yet to be thrown out attempting a stolen base. He got one in game 1. That was his 7th in 7 attempts. And a big lead. He may be going again, but the lefty pushes him back, and the first pitch is fouled off. Tanner Kelly reached on an error in the 3rd, stole a base, and scored a run. I do have my claim to fame. You know how good Bowles is?
Yes,
I threw a complete game shutout, 4 hits against Bowles. If I could have pitched like that every game, I might not have become a teacher. No balls and a strike, and that one plunked the batter on the wrist as he tried to get out of the way, and that's going to put runners at first and second with 1 out. Kelly's going to shake that one off. Fortunately, he's all right.
Now batting, number 34, Leonardi.
David Leonardi at the plate. He has struck out and lined hard to left. That was a play that Sammy Coffrin had to reach down because that ball, like I said when it happened, took a nosedive, but he reached down and kept it off the ground. So 2 on, 1 out. Goki looking for a double play ground ball. And a pitch. It's taken all the way for a strike. Cleanup hitter Jose Gonzalez on deck, so it would be a great idea to get that ground ball right here. No balls and a strike. Turn and a look, but no throw. We had a bunt attempt for an out to start the inning, then a walk, and then a hit batsman. Goki in a little bit of a jam, but again, a double play ground ball could get him out of it. Runners going to third, and swing and a miss, a throw, and a great catch by Wharton to keep everybody at bay. At first, Kaler took off. He stole. Kelly did not until he saw the wild throw. And again, fortunately for the Eagles, Wharton made a great catch. So credit both runners with a steal. 2 men in scoring position now for Leonardi. Leonardi looking for his first ribby of the day, and he takes one outside. Good stop by Hickey. Leonardi with 10 RBIs on the season. Goki will wind up with runners at second and third, and a breaking ball, strike called. That is strike 3 and out number 2. That was very close. I had to wait for the umpire to make that call, and a good breaking ball. DH Jose Gonzalez is 0 for 2. He's played Pepper with the shortstop, and Huang has gotten him both times. Pop up and a ground ball. There's an expression you don't hear much anymore, playing Pepper.
I definitely haven't heard it till now, Ray.
And a pitch. And that one's taken low and inside. You never played Pepper?
Never played Pepper, Ray, no.
That's you get 4 or 5 guys tossing a ball, you bunt it, you try to make sure they can't catch it, and whoever catches it gets to bat next. Goki with the pitch, and this one into dirt. Hickey had a little trouble finding it, but it squirted away anyway, and the run is in. 3-0 Gyrenes. Kaler scores. Kelly on to third. So as Cardenas did in the first couple of innings, chance for Goki to get out without the run scoring, and then the runs end up crossing the plate. So Gonzalez still has a runner at third, 2 outs, and a pitch. And this one is upstairs and away. That's why you see that on some of the major league fields, they have no Pepper written around because they don't want to mess up the turf.
I'll definitely have to remember that next time I watch baseball, Ray.
And Goki winds and delivers. And there's a line drive. And that one made it into the dugout over that net. You can't even try to throw a ball there.
I think that ball actually might have hit somebody, Ray.
I hope not. If it did, hopefully everybody's all right. I don't think Steph Curry could have made a shot like that.
It's funny how you put all preventatives in and still something crazy like that can happen.
That's true. And fortunately, nobody hurt. Goki winds and delivers, and another foul ball, and he's one strike away from getting out of the inning with just the one run. Goki will wind up, runner at third, 2 outs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fastball swung on and fouled back, and fortunately Gonzalez just missed that one because he put a rip on it. Foul the ball straight back like that, that means you're about a millimeter away from driving that one a long way. He's already gone deep once today. That was his first at-bat in game number 1. See if Goki breaks one off here. And the pitch. Breaking ball, but batter was ready for it. Kind of squibbed it off the end of the bat, foul. See Gonzalez out there kind of nod his head saying good pitch? Love to see that sportsmanship. So Goki will do it again. Let's see what he goes with this time. If I have it right, it's 2-2. And a windup and the pitch. Another breaking ball. That's ball 4, so it was 3-2. I forgot to mark one down. And Gonzalez is aboard. Second walk of the inning, and it brings up Francisco Barberi. Barberi will come to the plate. 1 for 2. He's hit the ball pretty well both times. Lined out to left in the first, singled to the right side in the third. Good conference right here with the young freshman making his college debut. A little bit of a shaky inning. He's thrown a good number of pitches. I haven't counted how many, but he's thrown a bunch. Runners are at the corners. There are 2 outs. Barberi at the plate. Still very manageable at 3-0. If he can get this out, Eagles have a legitimate chance here in the 4th. They will have 4, 5, and 6 due up. Van Sickle, Alvarez, and Kennedy. Goki will work from the stretch. Softball game is now in the 4th. 5-0 Kentucky Christian leads. They got 3 in the first and 2 in the third. And a pitch. A fastball popped up. Will it stay in play? Hickey over near the fence and just out of his reach. That was a very tough play. There's a lot of foul territory here at Trinity Ball-Yard. And Hickey, with that gear on, had to ditch the mask, and he ran a long way. Came pretty close, but just out of his reach. Wharton is playing off the line, so he also had a long way to go. So no balls and a strike. Goki from the stretch. Runner not going to pitch. Swung on and fouled straight back. Gyrene's trying to complete the sweep of the doubleheader. Eagles trying to earn a split. No balls, 2 strikes. Goki gets a good look at the runner at first. He's running, and there's a line drive towards left. Coffrin right there to make the catch, and that ball kind of took off on him, but he stayed with it. Another hard-hit ball, but Coffrin made the play. That ends the inning. 1 run, it was earned. Hit, the walks came back to haunt Goki, and we go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 3-0 Gyrenes. New pitcher on the mound for Ave Maria. Wearing number 26, Justin David. And we'll give you the numbers on how David has done so far in just a moment. He is going to face the cleanup hitter, Will Van Sickle, followed by number 5, E.J. Alvarez, and number 6, Colby Kennedy. Justin David is making his third appearance, all in relief. He does have a save. He has pitched 3 total innings. He's allowed 4 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned, while walking 3 and striking out 4. And again, David will have the heart of the Eagles batting order. Will Van Sickle walked in the first, but didn't get any further than first base. Justin David, a senior from St. Cloud, Florida. Will Van Sickle, a senior from Jacksonville, Florida. 2 very well-experienced young men out there on the ball yard. And Van Sickle digs in. And from the stretch, David delivers and misses upstairs. Van Sickle having a tough start to the season, just 111. That's counting this afternoon's first game of the doubleheader. And a pitch on the way, and this one is fouled off, and it's 1-1. Tell you that when Will gets hot, he's going to put together a lot of base hits in a short stretch.
Absolutely. Last year, definitely against Toccoa Falls, later in the season, he was able to come off with 2 to 3 hits that were very crucial to help winning one of the games we needed.
There's a chopper towards second. Should be an easy play at first, and that's out number 1. The second baseman Daniel Kaler makes the play. E.J. Alvarez will step to the plate, and in case you missed it earlier, when we get an opportunity, we'll tell you some of the upcoming games for both the teams you're watching right now. E.J. Alvarez at the plate. Grounded out to first baseman his first time up and takes a strike to start this at-bat. Ave Maria will be home against Warner University. That's Tuesday the 14th at 2 p.m. Then they have a week off before they have to face the Fire from Southeastern University. That's a grounder towards second. Kaler apparently bobbled it, then tried to rush his throw, it appeared, and put it in the dirt. Alvarez is safe. That'll be an E4. From up here, it looked like Kaler bobbled it right as the ball hit his glove and then tried to recover and never really got hold of the ball. And a low throw puts Alvarez at first. So an E4. Break for the Eagles. Colby Kennedy at the plate. He lined out very hard to start the second inning. Hit that ball to left right at Barbieri. And try that again. Francisco Barbieri. Well, teaching all day and then doing 2 ball games, it's going to happen. Alvarez at first. Pretty good speed. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Eagles do have a lot of speed up and down their roster. No balls and a strike to Colby Kennedy. David takes his time in the stretch, now delivers, and misses low for ball 1. You don't see too many college catchers go both games of the doubleheader, but Melendez has done that. And as I said earlier, he's not looking like he's showing any signs of fatigue. He made an absolutely bullet throw to catch a runner earlier in the ballgame trying to steal second base. Big lead off first by Alvarez. He's going, swing and a miss, and Alvarez will get there without a throw. No, it's a foul tip. Tough break because Alvarez had that base stolen.
Yes, he did.
Kennedy just did make contact. So Alvarez back to first, shortens up his lead this time. David takes a look at the runner. Alvarez takes another half step. Not going this time, and strike three swinging. That's out number 2. Brings up Andrew Hickey, who is 1 for 1, had a high chopper that he beat out for an infield hit. He's a scheduled hitter, but took a moment, taking his shin guards off. We can't see the on-deck circle from up here in the booth. So Hickey had to take off his shin guards. Now he's at the plate, trying to keep the inning alive. 1 for 1, 1 for 3 overall on the season after that base hit. That came with 1 out in the second. His courtesy runner was caught stealing. That's the throw we told you about a moment ago. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Hickey has a runner at first. There are 2 outs. Justin David has some good life on his fastball. He's in relief of Ryan Schroeder, who went 3 innings, allowing just the 1 hit. He walked 1 and struck out 1. Alvarez with a bigger lead this time. Fastball's outside and a throw to first. And Alvarez able to dive into the back of the bag to avoid the tag. Pitch was outside, so the count's even at 1-1. Stephen Hart on deck. Brandon Huang would follow if Hickey is able to keep this inning alive. 2 outs. Alvarez leading off first, and a pitch, and a breaking ball down and away. Count of 2-1. Looking ahead to the 5th, it's 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Gyrenes. Shahidi, Raspberry, and Coffee. Alvarez shortens up his lead by about a half step this time, and now David steps off the mound. Alvarez still with a moderate lead off first base. 2 balls and a strike to Andrew Hickey. And a pitch is low for ball 3. Ave Maria will be home again on February 25th after that game at Southeastern. That's a doubleheader against Massachusetts Maritime. They'll finish February at home against Florida National. Ball 4 to Hickey is inside, and the Eagles have 2 men aboard with 2 out. Alvarez advances into scoring position. He reached on the error, and it brings up second baseman Stephen Hart. And Hickey will come out again for courtesy runner Gabriel LeBron. Well, Kentucky Christian leading 7-0 now in the 5th over Eagles softball. 1 single game tonight. Usually the softball plays 2, but because of the forecast, 1 tonight, hoping to get 1 tomorrow. Alvarez a big lead off second base. LeBron not being held on at first, and a first pitch fastball is up and away. So far, we haven't had any signs of rain here in Game 2. A little bit came down in 1, but didn't last long. 1 ball, no strikes, and Hart takes one up and in and was just able to duck out of the way. So count of 2-0. Cullen, spring training starting in a few days. Who's your favorite team?
I grew up in California, Ray, so I am an Angels fan.
Shohei Ohtani, Mike Trout. With those 2 players, and they haven't even come close to winning a division. Also with Anthony Rendon in the lineup. He looks to be healthy and back and ready to swing the bat this year. Get some pitching over there to go along with Ohtani. That team could be a force. Two balls, no strikes. And a pitch. And that's a strike that Hart did not agree with. How about the Mets, though? They lose Jacob deGrom, and they replace him with some guy named Justin Verlander to go along with Max Scherzer.
Amazingly enough, Verlander still has a lot of pop in his pitching, so it'll be interesting to see him in a Mets uniform.
People thought that he would be done, but he just signed on for over $40 million a year. So I think the Mets believe that he still has a lot of life left in his arm, upper 30s. Well, you got both Verlander and Scherzer each making $40 million a year. They're both close to 40. We're being asked up here in the booth. Jordan Ongst is running our on-screen scoreboard and working the camera for us. He's the brother of Ryan Ongst. And the pitch. And ball 4 loads the bases. Great at-bat by Stephen Hart. Hickey drew a walk, then Hart. Of course, LeBron running for Hickey is now at second base. The bases are loaded for Brandon Huang.
Now batting, number 1.
This could be a big at-bat for the freshman. Huang hails from Panama City, Florida. Does some pitching and plays all over the field. Went to Bozeman High School in Panama City. And a pitch is a fastball in the outside corner. Instead of ducks on the pond, I'm going to say Eagles on the pond, but there are 2 outs. Ducks on the pond's a little too cliche. Infield is playing back, just looking to knock it down and get an out. Huang swing and a miss, and he is quickly in the hole. Justin David, a well-experienced senior out there on the mound. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. The ball is dropped, but all the catcher Melendez has to do is step on the plate because that's a force out. So it goes as a strikeout and 2 unassisted, and that retires a side. The Eagles get an error and a couple of walks to load the bases, but come away empty, and after 4, it's 3-0 Gyrenes. Darren Goki is about to start his second inning of work. He did allow 1 earned run 1 inning ago. He walked 2 in that inning, and that helped lead to the run. He also struck 1 out, making his college debut. 1 inning now under his belt. Tynan Shahidi, the right fielder, at the plate. The first pitch is lifted into left. Coughlin started back on it, now comes in and makes the catch on the run. So 1 out. Base is empty, and good to get that first pitch out. Center fielder Cole Raspberry at the plate. And Cullen, I'm going to take a moment. I don't do this a lot. I'm going to brag about myself. Next Friday night, I'm going to interview with Major League Baseball about a potential summer job doing some official scorekeeping for possibly the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp and a couple of nearby minor league teams.
Ray, that's awesome. I'm really happy for you, and I pray that everything works out for you in the end.
Well, thank you. They contacted me through LinkedIn, asked me to do a 50-question test. I got every question correct, and they contacted me again last night and asked me to do an interview. A couple nights ago, actually. Asked me to do an interview and had to pick a date. next Friday night, no TBC Eagles activity, at least not on the home field anyway, so good opportunity.
Yes, absolutely. Definitely be praying for you.
1 ball and 1 strike. Appreciate that. And a windup and a pitch. There's a high fly ball, right field. Alvarez and Laffrey both giving chase. It'll be Alvarez, almost a collision, but some communication at the last moment, and there are 2 away. So good start to the inning for Darren Goki Jr. Brings up Jimmy Coffey. He's twice been called out on strikes. Hello to Dude Vibe Check, cheering on Colby Kennedy and the Eagles, along with Remick 96, cheering on the Gyrenes. Thank you for letting us know you're watching here on the live feed. First pitch fouled off, no balls and a strike. Goki looking good here in his second inning of work. Got a quick out on 1 pitch, then an easy fly ball to right. And this one misses downstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. You know, especially when I saw that the jumbo shrimp were on that list of possibly needing help, I jumped all over that chance. And that one is in the dirt. AAA jumbo shrimp in the Florida Marlins organization. Giancarlo Stanton played some minor league ball here. Oh, the names that have come through Jacksonville when they were the Suns and the Expos and affiliates of the Dodgers and the Royals. We're talking Clayton Kershaw, Larry Walker, Randy Johnson. They all played their way through Jacksonville on their way to the majors, and a whole lot more. Marquise Grissom, Giancarlo Stanton, Christian Yelich. They've been with the Marlins for the last several years. I like the name Suns a lot better than jumbo shrimp, though.
Yeah, I'm sure there wasn't too many happy people whenever they decided to change that to something like that.
And a pitch, fastball misses inside. The song they used to have, Baseball's Never Been Hotter with the Jacksonville Suns, just doesn't sound the same when you throw in jumbo shrimp there. But that's a very good organization. And the pitch, and ball 4 is up and away. So after the first 2 quick outs, Gyrenes have a runner at first with 2 down, and Axel Melendez, a scheduled hitter. Tried to bunt his way aboard. That was the first batter that Goki faced, and he tapped it right back to the pitcher and almost beat that out. But he's being called back for a pinch hitter. That's going to be Eric Hevner, who did some courtesy running a few times today for Melendez, and now has a chance to swing the bat. We saw him in game number 1 earlier as well. 2 outs, runner at first, and a first pitch fastball. This is Eric Havner batting for Axel Melendez. Takes a strike. Wearing number 16. And a pitch, throw over to first, and a runner's back. Havner got a pinch hitting opportunity in the 7th inning of game 1. Got himself a triple and a run scored. In addition to that, he made 2 running appearances and 1 already in game 2 before now batting for Melendez. Goki delivers, and a fastball is up and away. So Havner in the top of the 4th, chance to swing the bat. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pretty good lead off first by Coffey. And the pitch, and a fastball. Thought for a moment he called that a strike, but it was low. So 2 balls and a strike, assuming I have it correct. And a pitch, swing and a miss. Ball popped out of the glove, but no advance. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Goki a chance to get out of the inning. Good lead off first by Coffey. Let's see if he is going. And a pitch. Ball 3, and this time Coffee will take off because the count is full with 2 outs. The Eagles infielders will back up a little bit. Might be a good time to throw over to first. There goes the runner. And ball 4 will put runners at first and second. A couple of 2-out walks. And the Gyrenes looking to take advantage. They do have the top of the order due up. Daniel Kaler, who has scored twice. Last time up, he walked, stole third base in the inning, and came in on a wild pitch. Chance for Kaler to drive in a run. Came into today's play as a leadoff hitter with 8 RBIs. A high fly ball to left. Coffrin backing up, puts it away to retire the side. 2 2-out walks, but no runs for the Gyrenes. And after 5, it's Ave Maria 3, Trinity Baptist nothing. Parker Laffrey, Sammy Coffrin, Josh Wharton are the scheduled hitters for Trinity Baptist in the bottom of the 5th. That's the top of the order. They can get on. Van Sickle, Alvarez, and Kennedy would follow. Justin David will start his second inning of work. He faced 6 batters in the 4th, but left the bases loaded. There was an error. There was a walk. In fact, there were a couple of walks in that inning. I'm going to check and make sure I got that right. Eagles loaded the bases with 2 outs. Could not push across the run. And Kentucky Christian softball leads TBC 7-0 with the Eagles batting in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the first pitch to Laffrey, and it's in there for a strike. And the pitch, swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes on Laffrey. Swing and a miss, a 3-pitch strikeout, 1 away. So 1 out, Sammy Coffrin at the plate. He's 0 for 2. Last time up, grounded to short. Reached on an error in the 1st, but was stuck at second base. Coffrin has been busy in left field. He's made a couple of really nice running catches. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Josh Wharton on deck, followed by Van Sickle, should the inning continue. David allowed 1 hit in his inning of work. That one got a piece of the catcher. No balls, 2 strikes. Ryan Schroeder went 3 innings, allowed just 1 hit. He walked 1 and struck out 1. Justin David came on in the 4th. Umpires and catchers, they will take some time to walk around a little bit to give each other a chance to regroup. I played catcher 5 times. It was a lot of fun. I'm telling you, though, you got to be tough to get back there.
To me, that's the most important job in baseball.
Catcher sees the entire field, and he's the only one that's in on every pitch. There's a ground ball. Well, the pitcher, of course, but the catcher, other than the pitcher. That'll be an easy out, 1-3, 2 down. Pitcher sees the whole field, and Cullen, there's a reason that Major League catchers usually end up becoming the best managers, because they are constantly looking all over the field, reviewing each play, previewing each play, trying to figure out who's going to do what, where to throw the pitch, and who's on deck, and all the scouting reports. So you look at the great managers, Bobby Cox, Joe Torre, they were all catchers. Joe Girardi, they may not have been Hall of Fame players, but they end up doing a terrific job managing. And the pitch is a low to Josh Wharton. Justin David working exclusively from the stretch. All the Gyrenes pitchers have done that. Swing and a miss. It's been effective for them. Wharton chased one downstairs. Single runs in the 1st, 3rd, and 4th for the Gyrenes. Eagles have just 2 hits. And a pitch. And that one misses low and inside. All 2 balls and a strike, rather. Swing and a miss. Count even at 2-2. Wharton chased that one up over his shoulders.
Yeah, he did.
Those high fastballs, though, they're hard to tell where they're going to end up. And they look good, but they're tough to catch up with. And the 2-2, swing and a miss on a breaking ball. And that ends the inning. 2 strikeouts with a harmless ground ball in between. David, 2 solid innings, no runs. We go to the 5th, or rather the 6th, and it's 3-0 Ave Maria. Tanner Kelly, David Leonardi, and Jose Gonzalez due up for the Gyrenes in the 6th. Darren Goki had a little bit of trouble the first inning he pitched, had a much easier time in the second. He did walk 2, but the 3 outs he got, all easy outs. Tanner Kelly will lead things off. So Goki getting his first college game under his belt, and the pitch. First pitch is low on the fastball. Kelly singled and stole a base in the 1st, reached on an error and scored in the 3rd, and was hit by a pitch in the 4th. So 1 for 2 officially with a run scored. Goki winds and delivers and misses just off the outside corner. Now, I haven't done my Bob Uecker yet. Just a bit outside. And Goki delivers. And a high pop-up. Hickey collides with the umpire. Drops the mask. And unable to make the play. That collision, even though they were still trying to interfere with anything. It's hard enough to track that ball down because the catcher doesn't really know where it's going, but then to have that collision to get in the way of his concentration.
Disorientation.
So that drops harmlessly for a strike. And the pitch fouled off. Good swing by Kelly. Goki, though, has had a little trouble with a few batters. Looking good. Looks like he's going to be an effective pitcher for the Eagles. Kelly digs in. Long look by the young lefty, and now time called. Eagles will have 4, 5, and 6 due up in the bottom of the 6th. Goki winds and delivers, and a breaking ball. Did that hit him? Yes, it did. Little jump rope action. Now the umpire, now they're going to have a little discussion. Kelly, though, you ask him his preference, he'd probably like to swing the bat, but he's on base, hit by a pitch. That's the second one that Goki has hit. Both of them just kind of like that. Bouncers in the dirt. David Leonardi at the plate. He has struck out twice and lined to left once. At first, nobody out. Kelly hit by a pitch to start the frame. Eagles, of course, playing double play depth. Good lead off first by Kelly. And the pitch. And this one is low. Kelly is 5 for 5 this season in stolen base opportunities. That's counting the one he got earlier in this game. And the pitch. This one is in the dirt. That's ball 2. Of course, we can't see the Eagles bullpen from up here, so we don't know if anybody is throwing. Goki has thrown a lot of pitches for 2+ innings. He's allowed just 1 run. Another big lead off first by Kelly. And Goki delivers, and this one is fouled off and out of play. Goki hasn't allowed a hit. The trouble he's had is finding the strike zone. He has walked 4 and hit 2. Two balls and a strike. Leonardi digs in. That's a big man at the plate. They got him picked, but Van Sickle drops the ball. That's going to be a stolen base for Tanner Kelly. Van Sickle in the transition couldn't hold on. They had it at second base, but now runner in scoring position with nobody out. That's one of those that by rule goes as stolen base, but really should be scored an error. But it's a stolen base and number 6 on the season for Tanner Kelly. And he's going for third. Hickey with the throw. It is not in time. Pitch was a ball high. 3 balls and a strike. 2 stolen bases for Kelly. 7 for 7 now on the season. Nobody out. Goki will wind up with the runner at third. And a 3-1, swing and a miss. Leonardi started to trot back toward the dugout. Could be just momentum of the swing, too. So for a moment, I thought I had a mistake, but it's 3-2. I actually had it right that time. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Again, Goki will wind up. And a foul straight back. And we got a fan of Stephen Hart letting us know they're watching here on the live feed. Appreciate everybody, not just watching, but especially those who let us know. Always enjoy seeing the names pop up on the screen. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Goki from the windup, infield playing in, strike 3 swinging, and that helped the pitcher. That ball was in the dirt, and there's 1 away. So Leonardi got a little bit too eager on that one, and Gonzalez will come to the plate. He walked his last time up, nothing out of 2 officially. Hey, if Goki can get out of this inning without that run scoring, he will have earned a very good thank you from Coach Copeland. The windup and the pitch. A breaking ball, a little late on the break, so ball 1. TBC travels to Atlantis University next Friday and Saturday. A doubleheader on Friday at 11, a single game Saturday at 11. High pop fly. That'll stay on the infield. Wong, with the ball slicing away from him, puts it away. You'd think that would be an easy catch, but that ball gets up there and just starts drifting back and forth. It's a lot tougher than it looks. There's a reason these guys are playing college baseball. They know how to handle that situation. Francisco Barberi now batting with 2 outs and a runner at third. Atlantis, members of the USCAA. After that series, next weekend in the Miami area, the annual Russ Matt Tournament. February 25th, a doubleheader against Florida Palms University. Tell you more in just a moment. As Goki winds and delivers the first pitch and misses outside. March 3rd, 1 game against Mount Vernon Nazarene University, an NAIA opponent. That'll be at 3:30 on March 3rd. Cornerstone University. We were told that Cornerstone is going to do live stats, so once we know that link, we'll be able to post that so you can keep up. Then usually the Russ Matt doesn't have live streaming. High pop fly on the infield. Wharton in fair territory, reaches back and makes the catch. Josh Wharton almost had that ball slice away from him, but what a job staying with it. And Goki, after getting the leadoff man aboard at third base with nobody out, escapes. No runs. No hits, a hit batsman left at third. Bottom of the 6th coming up. It's 3-0 Gyrenes. The Gyrenes send a new man to the mound. Left-hander Christian Horner will take over for Justin David, who did a really nice job in a couple of innings of work. 2 innings, he walked 2, struck out 4, did not allow a hit. That was in relief of Ryan Schroeder, who went 3 innings, allowed just 2 hits, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. So Christian Horner takes over. This is a senior from Madeira Beach, Florida, Palm Beach Atlantic High School. Horner will face Will Van Sickle, E.J. Alvarez, and Colby Kennedy. And the numbers on Horner. This is his 3rd appearance, all in relief. 5.79 ERA, 4 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 5 runs, 3 of them earned. He has walked 2, struck out 1. He's allowed 1 home run. Thank you to Ryan Murphy, the Sports Information Director of Ave Maria University, making the stats available to us on AveMariaGyrenes.com. Just go to any sports team of your choice, and you'll be able to see all their rosters, schedules, and stats. Ryan Murphy, I've worked with him through email. When these two schools hooked up over the last few years, he does a terrific job. Will Van Sickle leads things off for Trinity Baptist. The first baseman has walked and grounded to second, so 0 for 1. So Christian Horner gets ready to make his first pitch of the game. And the lefty takes a long look in and now ready. Lefty on lefty, and the first pitch. Blazing fastball, but misses low. I can tell on one pitch, he's the fastest pitcher we've seen all night long. Well, I'm a left-handed batter. Right now, I'm glad I'm not facing this young man. 1 ball, no strikes. Little sidearm action this time, and ball 2 is low. Horner has walked just 2 men in 4 2/3 innings. He has missed with the first 2 pitches. And Sickle, the senior, very well experienced. And the pitch. And there's a strike at the knees. Looked like Will was taking that one all the way. Senior Christian Horner trying to keep the Eagles off the base paths here in the 6th. And the pitch. This one is in the dirt. That's ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. Van Sickle well ahead in the count. Long look, and now the pitch. And a breaking ball in there for a strike. Good pitch by Horner. He missed with a few fastballs. Got the breaking ball in with Van Sickle well ahead in the count, looking fastball, and now the count is full. There's action in the Gyrenes bullpen. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string and got the strikeout. Well, the fence is in the way. We can see that there is someone throwing, but we can't quite tell who it is. We have no view at all of the Eagles bullpen. E.J. Alvarez at the plate. Reached on an error his last time up. He's 0 for 2. Got to third base. That was when the Eagles loaded the bases. Could not push across a run. And here's Alvarez. First pitch is low. That's ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Colby Kennedy on deck. In the 7th for the Gyrenes, Shahidi, Raspberry, and Coffee are the scheduled hitters. One ball, no strikes, and the pitch. Swing and a foul tap. Evens the count at 1-1. One ball, one strike to Alvarez. Bottom of the 6th on the softball field. Kentucky Christian leads 8-1. Ohana Brown had an RBI single in the sixth. The Eagles are still batting. And the pitch. Breaking ball on the corner for strike two. Taylor Foster scored that run on the base hit from Ohana Brown. They may get to play again tomorrow, weather permitting. And the pitch up and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We're supposed to be in rain right now, but doesn't look like there's rain anywhere near the ball yard. Forecast said we would be raining around 9 o'clock. Maybe I shouldn't say anything. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Alvarez. A lot of room down the right field line. And the pitch. And he fouls this one back. EJ tried to hit that one a long way. Fortunate to make contact on the high fastball. Two balls, 2 strikes. Horner got Van Sickle on a breaking ball. Let's see what he comes with this time. And a pitch, a fastball, grounded foul to the third base side. Hello to Dude Vibe Check cheering on Colby Kennedy and the TBC Eagles. Appreciate you letting us know. Alvarez has fouled off a couple of pitches. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kennedy is on deck. And Horner's pitch, a breaking ball, grounded towards third and foul. Third base coach Jordan Broden. A couple of choppers his way. He didn't even move. Didn't take his hands out, try to field it. He knew where that ball was going. Another 2-2 offering coming from Christian Horner. And the pitch, fastball, drilled up the middle, snared by Kaler to throw to first in time. Another hard hit ball caught. That one on the dive. Eagles have had some tough luck in game number 2. They have really hit the ball hard. Here's Colby Kennedy. He also laced one into left just to have it caught in the second. Went down on strikes in the fourth. That's at least 5 that the Eagles have hit really hard, but just can't find the grass. Only 2 hits allowed by Gyrene's pitching here in game 2. But again, not the fault of the Eagles' bats. They've really put good contact on the baseball. First pitch misses. 1 ball, no strikes. Corner from the stretch and the pitch. There's a grounder foul towards third. So count 1 ball, 1 strike on Colby Kennedy. Long look by the left-hander. Now ready with the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Ball and 2 strikes. That one had some movement to it. That moved down and away from Kennedy. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hickey on deck. Should Kennedy reach? Here's a 1-2. And that one breaks inside to even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Long look in by Horner. Now ready. Here's a 2-2. Ball 3 misses outside. Kennedy has worked the count full. Bases are empty. There are 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Horner takes his time, but he's been pretty effective. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss. That ends the inning. 2 strikeouts for Christian Horner. And after 6, it's 3-0 Gyrenes. We go to the 7th, 3-0 Gyrenes. Just one of the runs is earned. Colby Kennedy will make his first pitching appearance of the season for TBC. The junior from McClenny, Florida, transfer student from Embry-Riddle University a couple of years ago. He's going to face hitters 6, 7, and 8 in the batting order, and barring any changes, those hitters are Tynan Shahidi, Cole Raspberry, and Jimmy Coffey. Turned out to be a really nice outing for Darren Goki. He allowed just 1 earned run in 3 innings pitched. He walked 4, hit 2, but he struck out 2. He settled in after a tough start, and in his college debut, again, just 1 run scored in his 3 innings of work. So good job by Darren Goki. We look forward to seeing a lot more of you throughout the season. Colby Kennedy takes over here in the 7th. Again, this is his first appearance of the season. Don't see any other changes for TBC. Okay. Okay, so Kennedy, yeah, he was playing short. Yeah, just do. 2 balls, no strikes from Kennedy. And he caught the inside corner this time. Shahidi looked like he thought that ball was inside. Count of 2-1. And the pitch on the way. This one is popped up and out of play. So count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. And a windup and the pitch. And ball 3 misses high. Three balls and a strike. Kennedy winds and delivers, and a high pop foul out of play into the Gyrenes bullpen area. And we have a full count. Friday night in February here in Jacksonville. Temperatures were in the 70s throughout the day. We're in the mid-60s about now. Very pleasant. Payoff pitch from Kennedy. Fastball drilled into center field. Two men giving chase, Alvarez and Laffrey. It's going to be on the ground and rolling up toward the fence. Here's a runner around second on his way to third, and Shahidi has himself a leadoff triple. So a runner at third, nobody out. Cole Raspberry, the scheduled hitter. Eagles infield will come in and play on the grass, trailing 3-0. Raspberry flew out to center his last time up. 0 for 1 officially. He has walked twice and stolen a base. Kennedy's first pitch, winding up with a runner at third. Ball gets away from Hickey, but not far enough. Strike called. So 0-1. That ball was perfectly placed in the gap between Alvarez and Laffrey. They both came close, but dropped in between, and a leadoff triple. No balls and a strike, and this one is tapped foul. That one kind of fooled me. It looked like it was headed toward the dugout, actually on the left side of the line. So 0-2. This would be a big strikeout for Colby to get to keep that runner at third. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. There's a drill into center field. That will at least score the run. Laffrey will make the catch. Runner tags. He will score, and it's 4-0. RBI sac fly. And that brings up Jimmy Coffey. So the leadoff triple comes in to score. Gyrenes lead 4-0. Coffey at the plate. Bases empty, 1 out. RBI number 9 on the season for Raspberry. And this first one is tapped foul. Actually make that 10 because he had one in game 1 as well. So 10 RBIs now for Cole Raspberry. Jimmy Coffey, the third baseman, has been called out on strikes twice. Drew a walk his last time up, so 0 for 2. And a pitch from Kennedy, a fastball lifted high into shallow right field. Two men giving chase. That ball is going to be on the ground. Coffey is going to find himself at second base with a bloop double. Alvarez was playing deep. That ball was out of his reach. Over the head of Stephen Hart, who was shading more up the middle. So with 1 out, a runner at second, 1 run is in, and Melendez at the plate. Eric Havner pinch hit for Melendez last time through the order, but Melendez came back in, and he's back at the plate. A bloop double for Jimmy Coffey. And the pitch, and that one is upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. A triple, a sac fly, and a double. That's the inning summary. And a count of 1-0 on Melendez. And the pitch. Runner's going. Throw is to the wrong side of the bag, but the tag is applied. Drew Hickey put the ball on the left side of the line, but Josh Wharton got the tag down, caught stealing. 2-5 on the putout. 2 away. The throw was wide, but in plenty of time, and Wharton very quick on the tag. So 2 outs now with the bases empty. Kennedy now winding up, and the pitch, swing and a miss. Good fastball. Eagles in the bottom of the 7th have Hickey, Hart, and Huang scheduled to come to bat. Long look in by the right-hander. And the pitch. That one is in the dirt. Three balls and a strike. Three balls, one strike. Kennedy winds and delivers. Swing and a miss. That was actually strike 3. The ball away from Hickey, and a runner is going to reach. That goes as a strikeout and a passed ball on the catcher. So a 2-out base runner. And it brings up Daniel Kaler. Well, Colby Kennedy got the strikeout. Ball got past the catcher. And the inning is still alive. So 2 outs with the runner at first. Havner coming in to run once again for Melendez. Kennedy now from the stretch. And a swing and a miss, and a ball gets by Hickey, and that'll be another passed ball charged to the catcher. Hickey having a little trouble holding on to the ball. Runner now at second with 2 outs. Strike 1 on Daniel Kaler. He has scored 2 of the 3 runs, now 4 with the run here in the 7th. Kaler has not had a base hit. Times he reached bases were on an error and a walk. Long look by Kennedy. Now steps off, looks the runner back. Kaler nothing for 3 officially. Chance to drive in the run. And a pitch and a high fastball. A little late call, but strike 2 is called. Kaler didn't like that call one bit. I actually thought it was high myself. No balls, 2 strikes. Another long look in by the right-hander. And the 0-2. Breaking ball, got him, but the ball's in the dirt. Hickey will pick it up, make the throw. It is not in time. That is 2 strikeouts in the inning that have reached base. Van Sickle a little late covering, and the runners are at the corners with 2 outs. That ball was in the dirt, so it goes as a wild pitch, charged to Kennedy. So 2 strikeouts, both with 2 outs, reached base, and now Tanner Kelly is at the plate. Hit by a pitch his last time up. He stole both second and third. Fortunately for the Eagles, he didn't score. And the pitch. That is a strike called at the top of the zone. So a strikeout pass ball followed by a strikeout wild pitch. 2 on, 2 out. And even if they don't score, that makes Kennedy have to throw more pitches. Remember, there's another ball game tomorrow. Throw over to first. Runners going. High fly ball, well hit toward left. Coffrin drifting back, turns around. Ball's on the ground. It comes out of his glove. 2 runs will score, and it's 6-0. That's going to be a 2-base error charged to Sammy Coffrin. No RBIs credited. The runs are unearned. That's because of the pass ball is the reason that the runners were aboard. But as I always say, they do count just as much. And a runner at second now, 2 outs, and 3 runs are in. Coffrin had to go back, but he got under it and just couldn't hold on. Foul ball. David Leonardi at the plate. He's had a tough game, too. 3 strikeouts. He did hit the ball sharply once and had it caught in left field. Kennedy a long look. Now the pitch in the dirt, gets away, and a runner will advance. That's a wild pitch charged to Kennedy. Leonardi at the plate, chance to drive in a run. Kennedy will now wind up. And the pitch on the way. This one is chopped foul towards third. Nice play by the third base coach. Ball and 2 strikes on David Leonardi. And a pitch. Fastball misses upstairs, gets by Hickey, and a run will score. That's going to be a pass ball charged to the catcher. 4 runs in, all after 2 were out and the bases were empty. Long look by Kennedy. Kennedy shakes off a couple of signs, and now the batter calls time. Batters are ready to hit. They don't want to wait in there too long. See, we have a little bit of glitch and freeze up on the screen. We'll keep you informed of what's going on. We appreciate your patience. And we have a timeout called. We have a conference between the home plate and the first base umpire. So Kennedy will step off the mound. He'll wait a moment. And they're checking on the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. David Leonardi at the plate. 4 runs are in. 2 strikeouts, reached base. And then the fly ball not caught in left. Here's a 2-2, and this one is ball 3 in the dirt. Three balls, 2 strikes. And Kennedy again takes a long look. This is not of his doing. Here's a payoff pitch. Fastball grounded towards second and through the legs of Huang, or check that, through the legs of Hart. That'll be an error on the second baseman. And the inning continues. So it brings up Jose Gonzalez. Coach Jordan Broden heading out to the mound. We'll pause here and we'll be back in just a bit. Jose Gonzalez at the plate with a runner at first, 2 outs. Gonzalez is 0 for 3. He drew a walk in the 4th. 4 runs have scored, all unearned. And Kennedy from the stretch. And a pitch. This one is fouled off. Game 3 of the series scheduled for 12 noon here at Trinity Ball Yard. Again, we'll be streaming basketball in the gym tomorrow against Bob Jones University. Kennedy from the stretch delivers, and this one is in the dirt, gets by the catcher, and a runner advances. So Leonardi now at second, 2 outs. Ball and a strike to the hitter, Jose Gonzalez. And the pitch. That one hits the batter. Now we'll put runners at first and second with 2 outs. Gyrenes have now batted around. Francisco Barberi at the plate.
Now batting, number 28,
Barberi has lined to left twice. He has singled and popped to third. And timeout. Coach Copeland heads out to the mound. So that should be it for Kennedy. Second mound visit of the inning. We'll be back in just a minute. Tommy Joy takes over for the TBC Eagles. He will face Francisco Barberi with 2 on and 2 out. Tommy Joy making his second appearance. And the pitch. First pitch is up and over the catcher. That'll be a wild pitch charged to Joy. Tommy Joy has pitched 1 total inning, has allowed 1 hit, and he has walked 1 man. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch. Ball 2 is high. 9th batter of the inning. The Gyrenes have 1 hit and have scored 4 runs. They have only 3 base hits all night, and they've scored 7. So they've taken advantage of extra opportunities. 2 balls, no strikes. And the pitch. Ball 3 is high. Three balls, no strikes. Joy working from the stretch. And he walks him on 4 pitches. Tenth batter of the inning coming up, Tynan Shahidi, the scheduled hitter. Let's see if that's him. And it is, walking up to the plate. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Again, all this happened after there were 2 outs and the base is empty. And the first pitch is in there for a strike. So no balls and a strike. Joy delivers, and a ball gets by the catcher, and a run will score. That'll be a pass ball charged to Hickey. 5th run of the inning. The other runners advance as well. Gonzalez to 3rd, Barberi to 2nd. So Joy ready, and the pitch. And another one over the head of the catcher. Hickey's able to pick it up and apply the tag, and that ends the inning. That'll go as a 2 unassisted, and a runner caught trying to scamper home. Gyrenes, though, get 5 runs on 1 hit, and we go to the bottom of the 7th. It's 7-0 Gyrenes. New pitcher for the Gyrenes in the 7th inning, wearing number 2, Brandon Willoughby. He has the bottom third of the order. Hickey, Hart, and Huang due up, barring any changes. Brandon Willoughby, 6'4" sophomore from Speedway, Indiana. Ryan Schroeder went 3 innings. The starting pitcher has to go at least half the game to qualify for the win. So, barring a big comeback by the Eagles, it looks like Justin David would be the winning pitcher. And starting pitcher must go 4 innings in a 7-inning game to qualify for the win. Dylan Owens will come out and bat for Andrew Hickey. Our first look at Dylan Owens here tonight. I remember last year he got some big-time clutch hits for the Eagles. First at bat of this doubleheader. Nothing out of 3 so far on the season. And the first pitch is a fastball that misses outside. Brandon Willoughby trying to finish this one off. Not a save situation with the big lead, and he gets a fastball in there for a strike. So Justin David would get his first win of the season. Michael Cardenas on the hook for the loss, but Cardenas pitched very well. Both the runs scored off him were unearned. And that one is low. That's ball 2 on Owens. Two balls and a strike. Owens trying to start a rally for the Eagles. 2-1 on the way, swing and a miss. Stephen Hart is scheduled to hit next, then Brandon Huang, barring any more changes. The 2-2, and ball 3 almost got the helmet of Owens. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And pitch on the way is ball 4 inside. Owens does his job. He gets aboard to start the inning. Stephen Hart at the plate. He has struck out and walked.
Number 19, Stephen Hart.
Owens pretty good speed at first. But again, the Eagles trailing by 7. Make that 8. And the pitch is low for ball 1. Good lead off first by Owens. Probably not going anywhere, though. Gets another half step. And the pitch is a little bit inside. That's ball 2. Huang scheduled to hit next, then the top of the order. Two balls, no strikes. And that one misses. It was close, but called ball 3. Three balls, no strikes. Long look by Willoughby, and the pitch, ball 4, is up and in. And Willoughby has walked the first 2 men of the inning. Owens advances to second. Hart aboard at first. And Huang at the plate.
Brandon Huang.
Brandon Huang has flied to left and struck out. Nothing out of 2. Time called, the catcher-pitcher conference on the mound. Melendez has caught every inning of this doubleheader. Brandon Huang digs in with 2 men on and nobody out. Willoughby's first pitch, fastball. That's in there for a strike. Good take by Huang after 2 straight walks. And the pitch. This one is fouled off, and the count is 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Long look by Willoughby. Nobody holding the runners close. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. That is strike 3 and out number 1. So after 2 walks, Willoughby comes back and gets a strikeout. And now he'll face the leadoff hitter, center fielder Parker Laffery. 1 for 3 is Laffery. He's hit the ball hard twice. Last time went down on strikes. Got that base hit in the third and got to third base, but no further. Eagles trying to get on the board. And this one is fouled off. Good swing by Laffery. No balls and a strike. Coffrin, Wharton, and Van Sickle are the next scheduled hitters. The 0-1, fastball is high for ball 1. So no balls and a strike. And the pitch. That one is right down the middle. Count 1-2 on Laffery. Ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. He chased one up and out of the zone, and that is out number 2.
Number 4, Sammy Coffin.
So Sammy Coffrin, the final hope for the Eagles. He needs to reach to keep the inning alive for the heart of the batting order. Coffrin has reached on an error and grounded out twice. He's played a good left field. He's run down a number of balls out there. That one up and in. That's ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Brandon Willoughby on in relief, the 4th pitcher of the game for the Gyrenes. And the 1-0. That one hits Coffrin, and the bases are loaded without the benefit of a hit. That will put Owens at third, Hart at second, and Coffrin at first. Josh Wharton at the plate. He's 0 for 3. He has a whole lot of room down the right field line and a pretty good amount down the left field line as well. So they're playing him more towards the middle in the outfield. Nobody's holding any of the runners. Gyrenes just want to knock it down and get this final out. First pitch to Wharton, swung on and missed at a sinker. Might have been a little too eager on that one. No balls and a strike. Willoughby delivers, swing and a foul tip, and it's 0-2. Eagles down to their final strike. Well, our next baseball broadcast will be March 10th against Florida National University. The Conquistadors come to town. Again, we won't be able to stream tomorrow, and then it's a lot of road games for the Eagles. And the pitch. There's a ground ball to third. This should do it. The throw to first is in the dirt, but dug out, and that's the ball game. Final score, Ave Maria University 8 Trinity Baptist, nothing. Eagles dropped to 2-5 on the season. Gyrene's now 8-3. Game 3 of the series, a 9-inning single game tomorrow at 12 noon. We'll be back on the baseball field for more live streaming on March 10th against Florida National University. Tomorrow, it's basketball on TBC Eagles Sports Network. Women's game against Bob Jones University at 2 p.m. The gentlemen follow at 4. Thank you for everybody joining us here tonight. A lot of nice interaction on the live chat. Thank you for all your patronage. For all of us here at TBC, I'm Ray Bureau saying good night and God bless you from Trinity Baptist College.